Eidolon, the Exemplar, the Soul Servant, is the Lord Commander Primus of the Emperor's Children Traitor Legion. He leads one of the largest warbands of the Emperor's Children, oversees the Phoenix Conclave, which is a group of affiliated Chaos Space Marine warband leaders aimed at restoring the Legion to its former glory and awaiting the return of Fulgrim to the Legion. He also commands a battle barge that dates back to the Great Crusade, the Wage of Sin. During the Great Crusade, Eidolon was the first Astartes personally promoted to the rank of a company commander by Fulgrim, and his rise to the top of the Legion as a Lord Commander was accompanied by the growth of his reputation as a prime example of what it meant to strive to achieve perfection. He was commonly regarded within the Legion as the most proficient of the Lord Commanders, with a combat record that included excellent performance in sieges, holding actions, and rapid assaults. Eidolon looked to Fulgrim as a father figure in an intense way, and was subsequently unfailingly loyal to the Primarch. This, combined with the personality traits that come with overwhelming arrogance, led to his fall to chaos during the Horus Heresy. When a Blood Angel's force entered conflict with the Mega-Arachnids on the planet Murder, a distress signal was sent out. Eidolon led the Emperor's Children response, but his arrogance led to needless casualties. The Lunar Wolves ultimately arrived and saved the Emperor's Children, after which Traitor, captain of the Lunar Wolves' second company, criticized Eidolon in front of his soldiers. Eidolon backed down, but swore to never forget Torgaden's insult. Sometime after the cleansing of Leiran, where Fulgrim was ultimately doomed, the chief apothecary of the Emperor's Children, Fapius Pyle, experimented on Eidolon and gave him the ability to yell at a destructive level. This ability presented itself during the Battle of Estevan Extremis. During the Horus Heresy and in the aftermath of the drop site massacre of Estevan V, Eidolon proved unable to deal with the ever-changing tempers of his Primarch, as well as other senior members of the Legion did. His underestimation of Fulgrim's newly highly capricious nature led to a terminal misstep when he chose to ask why Fulgrim had ordered the 3rd Legion to assault the relatively unimportant Adeptus Mechanicus world of Prismatica 5, and wasn't able to verbally react quickly enough to soothe Fulgrim's resultant rage. Indeed, what words he did manage to say in his defense inadvertently provoked his master further. In a blistering fury brought on by the belief that Eidolon was mocking him and planning to betray him, Fulgrim swiftly drew the Kemproc Anathame and slew his once favorite Lord Commander. Eidolon's severed head was then passed over the victory wine of the Legion's inner circle, the blood dripping from it being allowed to mix with the alcohol. However, with the approval of Fulgrim himself, Fapius managed to reattach Eidolon's severed head to his body and revive him. He later accompanied Fulgrim to the Crown World of Idris, leading the ritual that saw his Primarch ascend to demonhood. After Idris, the Emperor's Children scattered into desperate warbands, as the Primarch became more concerned with the matters of the war. Eidolon managed to take command of a third of the Legion, which began to hunt the White Scars. During the hunt, Eidolon killed White Scars Kishig Captain Quinjar, but still proved unable to corner the Loyalists at the Battle of the Kalium Gate. He later allied with Mortarion and a sizable contingent of the Death Guard, where they nearly destroyed the Scars in the Battle of Catalus. However, the Scars again escaped, and this time Mortarion ordered Eidolon to track down Kala Typhon and bring the first captain back to his fold. Lord Commander Arcorian of the Emperor's Children met with Eidolon above the Kim World of Horvia, asking him to meet on the surface to discuss the Legion command. Eidolon obliged, organizing a counter ambush to that which he expected from Arcorian. Arcorian believed Eidolon was excessively prideful and planning to usurp the Legion. Indeed, Eidolon had mused that he wondered what it was like to have a Primarch since Fulgrim had not been seen since Idris. When Arcorian came forth in person after unleashing a wave of chemicals that should have proved fatal, Eidolon and all his cacophony unleashed their death scream to annihilate Arcorian and his bodyguard of Phoenix Terminators. The purple of the Legion's armor was stained pink by the chemicals. When Fulgrim was forced to rejoin the Traitor war effort by Logar, the Primarch let out a great cry across the warp to rally the Emperor's children back to his side. Eidolon was the first of these to answer the call, and the forces under his command quickly rejoined Fulgrim. Eidolon initially was part of Logar's conspiracy to usurp Horus as War Master, but when Fulgrim was freed from his bindings by the Crimson Apostle Zardolayak, he quickly switched sides back to Horus along with Fulgrim himself. Eidolon went on to take part in the siege of Terra. During the planned assault on the Saturnine Gate, Eidolon was convinced by Abaddon, first captain of the Sons of Horus, to aid him in assembling the Emperor's children for the operation. Through a process Eidolon described as painful and difficult, he was able to have Fulgrim himself lead the whole of the 3rd Legion in the attack. At the battle on the walls of Saturnine, Fulgrim, Eidolon, and the elite guard of the 3rd Legion assailed Rogaldorn and his first captain Sigismund. During the fight, Eidolon proved to be the most powerful of Fulgrim's warriors, but was thrown off the walls by Sigismund. Eidolon plummeted 1100 meters. A few centuries after the shattering, in 764 M34, Eidolon had re-established the Emperor's Children base at Canticle City on Harmony, which had been mostly destroyed during the Legion Wars. Here he styled himself Lord Commander Primus and established the Phoenix Conclave. According to Eidolon himself, he had a dream in which Fulgrim appeared to him and told him to gather those in the Legion that still sought perfection. To that end, he began attempting to reunify the Emperor's children and thinks by spreading enough entropy, true perfection may be born from the ashes. However, Fabius Bile suspects Eidolon's story of Fulgrim appearing to him is a lie. Nonetheless, he is said to currently rule one of the largest and most disciplined forces of Emperor's children and is allied with Abaddon the Despoiler. Rumors claim that Eidolon is responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of gruesome raids on Imperial walls in the past 10,000 years, and have suggested he may have served as lieutenant to Abaddon the Despoiler, consort to Queen Cyril, and champion of the Keeper of Secrets Nikari. No Inquisitor has yet succeeded in locating the source of these rumors, but without indisputable evidence, the Inquisition will not declare Eidolon deceased. Now let's talk about his abilities. Eidolon is an arrogantly aggressive combatant, striking down his enemies with a single contemptuous blow. His skill with the Thunder Hammer, known as Glory Eterna, earned him the title the Auroch Hammer. The Xenotech implants grafted into his neck by Fabius Bile grant him the ability to scream with a destructive howl capable of breaking bones and rupturing flesh. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, leave a comment for the algorithm, and make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for more.